Hey guys, welcome to our weekly Topaz AMA. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Sorry, sorry that we had our AMA an hour late today. Just been having a crazy week this week so far. You guys can probably see I'm in a bit of a different environment here. I've been doing a bit of a mini move this week just to another place, the same area, but moving into a new place now. So been kind of busy getting that all ready to go and all set up. So just about done with that and back to being back to the regular schedule. So got some exciting stuff to share with you guys for today. Let's jump right into it. So what I've got up on my screen right here is my local test environment for our Topaz interface. We've been talking for quite a while about having AI integrated deeply within our entire protocol, and that's something that we've been talking about internally as a team of the best way to kind of accomplish that. Obviously, we've had our AI wallet out for the last couple of weeks. We've made some huge improvements to the AI wallet and its functionality last week. And this week, what we're working on is getting AI fully integrated into our interface, which you can kind of see on my screen here. We've branded it as Topaz Prism. So this is basically a fully featured Topaz AI agent. So the same capabilities that you'd get by visiting our agent page to be able to ask questions about the different gauges, ask basically anything about the protocol that you'd want to know. It has that information. Although layered on top of that, it's also got in-depth knowledge about all the different pages to be able to direct you to a different page if what you're looking to accomplish is actually happening on a different page. It's able to propose transactions just the exact same way that our AI wallet's able to propose transactions. And one of the big things that we needed to get done to make this work seamlessly in the interface is to actually have it show you positions that are not only in your own wallet, but also in your Topaz account, which is basically the smart contract based holding wallet for your AI created positions. And this is kind of like what allows you to batch a ton of different transactions together. So let's, this is not a great example, but I know that this wallet does have at least one Topaz AI position. So you can see here now you have toggles for all, Topaz AI, or just wallet. So if you go to filter by Topaz AI, you can see that this position is actually in fact in the Topaz AI wallet. So this is something that I'd see over at ai.topazdex.com. Before you were only able to see those by looking at the actual AI wallet itself. Now you're able to see that right within the Topaz interface. This is actually, again, this is on my local testing environment. This is not live for everybody yet. I expect we'll be releasing this tomorrow. Still got a bunch more testing to do and a little bit more fine tuning, but we should be releasing this tomorrow for you guys to start playing around with. Something else that we've done is, we've kind of been talking a lot as a team of, the direction for Topaz and, what's really in the best interest for our users at Topaz. And, we feel strongly about, veTOPAZ and, with where the price of Topaz is right now and where we are taking this DEX in the future, Topaz is just such a great buy right here. Relays are a great way to earn with your Topaz kind of on autopilot. So we're looking to make a bigger, we want relays to be a bigger part of the ecosystem and what we're pushing as a team and what the community can push as well when they're talking about Topaz DEX. So, again, there's still going to be more work done on this before we release it live to everybody. But, we're looking at having a focused relays page. So not something that's just hidden away on the vaults page or on the locks page, but giving them their own page where we can, fully showcase the relays and, how to get involved in them. And we're looking at the best way to kind of have it so you can zap into a relay. So you can, kind of just go straight from BNB to actual deposited position in the relay, or at the very least have it down to, 2 transactions. And wow, we've already got 104 million veTOPAZ deposited into the Topaz Maxi relay. I think that's the highest that I've seen that. So great stuff there. We'll be processing those relays with our automation within the next couple of days. So that'll put some nice buy pressure onto Topaz. And of course, like we've been doing since we've released the relays, we'll be injecting additional rewards into the Topaz Maxi relay. So that is definitely the best place for your veTOPAZ. Just you can grow your position at the fastest pace possible by being into the Topaz Maxi Relay. So yeah, so a lot of big updates coming to the website. So for one, again, like I've already mentioned, you're going to be able to see for all the different types of positions that the interface shows, you're going to see both your regular positions that are in your wallet, and you're also going to see your positions that are in your Topaz account or your basically your AI controlled smart contract wallet. So that's going to be very seamless. You're going to see them both side by side. There's just going to be a little pill informational box that says AI wallet. I'm not sure if I have a lock that's, oh yeah, so I do. So you can kind of see here, this lock is in my Topaz AI. So um, yeah, so you're going to basically see something, again, this is still being fine-tuned and being perfected before we release this, but you're going to basically be able to see all of your positions all in one place. We're working on a great portfolio, kind of similar to our dashboard page, but something that's just more informative. And there's still some more work to do on this. I don't quite want to show it yet. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. It still has quite a bit more work to do, but it's going to show your coins. It's going to show all your liquidity positions, all your veTOPAZ, and again, it's going to show this across, both your AI managed wallet and your own wallet. And we're going to build in some nice charts and just to show you your your total values and all the other information that you want to see at a glance when you look at your portfolio. So this page still has probably the most work to do out of all the pages that are being worked on. So a lot more coming to the portfolio page, but really excited to get that out to you guys. And I know that this is something that the team's been really excited about getting all of the AI integrated right into our main interface. And I'm super excited to get this out as well. So yeah, so I mean that's pretty much the updates for today. I know we've only been on here for under 10 minutes so far, but yeah, I've just been, like I said, I've been really busy just getting set up in my new place here and getting a lot of these changes done to the Topaz interface site. I think I'm like 40 or over 40 commits into this feature update for the Topaz interface. So tons, it was improved under the hood, and quite a bit more that you're going to be able to see as soon as we release this. So the AI agent that we have built in here has the same capabilities as what we have on the AI wallet. So let's see, I haven't tested this too thoroughly yet, but let's give it a sample transaction just to see. Let's say like ZAP 0.01 BNB into each of BTCB USDT and BTCB wrap BNB with a narrow range. Let's give that a shot. So this is something that has always worked with the AI wallet. So first I just had to sign a transaction just to confirm that it's actually me, because when you're talking to the AI, it's able to access your history and various things related to your wallet. So because of that, it needs to actually confirm that it's you. So that's why it gets you to sign a transaction. So here's the proposal. So we can review and execute this, so you can see this is what we're doing. Continue to simulation. So this is going to look very similar to what you guys would have seen on the AI wallet. Probably clean up how this looks a little bit, but it is showing you the exact steps of everything that's going to happen. So this is what's going to leave my wallet, 0.02 BNB, because I told it to zap 0.01 BNB into each of two different pools. So that all makes perfect sense. Signature is going to be in one batch. And this works flawlessly with the Topaz ID wallet, of course, but I'm actually using a regular EOA wallet at the moment, just because on my local testing environment, it's not the best for Topaz IDs, just because those have to, those have rules on them in terms of using them in production, and I have a separate set of wallets that are used for testing. So not quite as easy to put test transactions through on that with real funds. So, but anyways, as you can see, it worked perfectly with a regular Rabby connected wallet. So that's all done. We have, a full AI page as well, where you can see the same thing that you see in the small modal. You can see that right, full screen on our AI page. And if we go over to liquidity, I should now see those two Topaz AI positions I just created. There they were. I refreshed, but they were already showing up. So you can see I've got 3 positions now that are Topaz AI, and I can filter up here, Topaz AI, and you can now see them right here. So you can see that I was able to zap into 2 separate positions with the AI directly on the website and able to see those positions. And I can now manage these positions to a lot of the same options that you guys would have seen in the AI wallet. Like the AI controlled positions give you slightly different controls over them because these are meant to be managed by the AI. So you can do a couple of things manually, such as compound rewards, claim rewards to your wallet, withdraw the full position to your wallet, or just transfer the position to your wallet. So those are the different controls that you have over, a Topaz AI controlled position. So you can see here in the view liquidity page that I've got a couple different options here than what you would typically see. If you go to a regular liquidity position, that's going to be the exact same as what you guys are used to seeing. So here we have our stake, unstake, and claim, and then of course you'd have your add and remove liquidity appear once that position was unstaked and just sitting in your wallet. So yeah, very excited to get these updates out to you guys. We got a lot more coming. I know the interface is our central access point to Topaz and the Topaz DApp. So actually something else that I've been working on is a completely new subgraph that's able to provide a lot of the data that our front end needs. I'm a big fan of highly performant sites, and I think that our site is already starting to get a little bit slow in terms of just especially our liquidity page. If you have a lot of positions, and just as our list of pools and gauges grows, this page just has been becoming slower and slower. So I've actually fully built a subgraph. I didn't integrate it yet into the front end, but a subgraph that's going to be able to provide data for a lot of the different aspects of the site that are currently causing it to not perform the greatest, to be a little bit sluggish and take a couple seconds to load. So definitely when we push these updates out with the AI integrated, you can also expect to see some huge performance improvements at the same time, because I'll get those updates included in there as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what I've got to show you guys for today. And again, sorry I haven't been around the community as much as I usually have been. It's I've been quite busy with this move. We got a question here. What's the big plan to increase the TVL? We're working on all kinds of different things. Everything that we do as a team is really to accomplish a couple different goals, and increasing TVL is definitely one of the top ones. Um, we're we're again, like everything that we are doing is aiming to increase TVL, increase our volume, and increase our fee generation. And we are constantly working to working with our partners to get more awareness on Topaz. We're spreading the word, and we're getting more and more interest on Topaz, the token. The reward token having a higher value helps us to get more TVL and paying a higher APR for all of our farming opportunities that we have. So it's kind of like a multi-prong approach that we're taking to to grow our TVLs. Again, that's not our only focus. Our I guess you could say, if you were to break it down to one thing, we're really looking to get volume and fee generation up as our main goals. You can see that with our our relatively small TVL, we're able to do quite big volume numbers with it. So our TVL is extremely efficient. So we're I guess we're always focused on getting as much TVL as possible, but I'd say we'll keep our focus on volume and and therefore fee generation as our top priority. But I'm happy with how numbers have progressed. In these markets, I think we've been doing great, and we're going to keep pushing and striving to keep pushing the envelope, and keep clawing our way at the volume until we're we've taken on number 2 spot, and we start looking at PancakeSwap to see how much of their volume that we can cut ourselves into. So any other questions or comments? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get back to work. I've got a little bit more work to do. Like I said, I've already gotten like over 40 commits deep into this interface update. So, a lot of the work is already completed and tested, but there's still a little bit more fine tuning and polishing to do. And I'm going to have my team test it thoroughly before we push this out. But yeah, you guys can definitely expect to see this live tomorrow. So can't wait to get your feedback. Actually, speaking of feedback, I think that's one thing that I am going to add to this update is a way to leave feedback on the AI answers so that we can better determine what type of queries is the AI like really nailing? Like, it's giving you like, for example, it gave me exactly what I was looking for here. So this, it would be great to, um, this is a good example of one where I'd leave like five-star feedback. I want to build like a very simple feedback system in where, I'm sure you guys have seen where like, you can, after you do something, you can leave like somewhere between 1 and 5 stars. You just kind of click to just kind of rate, you know, rate how good the response was, or it could be as simple as like a thumbs up, thumbs down. But I want to have some kind of feedback like that, and a way for you to leave like custom feedback on top, where you can say like, I was looking to do this, but the AI suggested this, and I had to explain it further. So that way we can, we want to know all of those scenarios so that we can, improve the logic of the AI to make sure that it's getting you to where you want to be in the least amount of messages possible. So we'll definitely, definitely build in some feedback so we can get those insights into how we can improve the AI. Although I'm super stoked about how it's performing already, but I do know that there's going to be edge cases where people ask it things and they use different terminology, and maybe it's not going to get them quite to that answer that they're looking for immediately. So definitely looking forward to getting feedback. Can you make the relays auto compounding? The relays are auto compounding by nature. I think they're, I remember I looked into this quite a while ago. I think there might be a very, very tiny difference versus if you withdraw it versus if you just like if you withdraw and deposit versus just leaving it there long term. Don't quote me on this. I'd have to double check my research, but I I believe it was almost no difference to actually withdraw it and redeposit it. So they're designed to be auto compounding. I think Aerodrome even shows it just as both like their actual deposited amount and earned amount all together as one number, whereas we show that separately just to kind of show you like how much you've gained. But I think those numbers really could be combined together, and for the most part it should be looked at as it basically is auto compounding. Hello. When will the vaults be part of the main page? Yeah, we just got to update the menus there. We got a lot of big web updates coming, so just give me a little bit of time and I'll make sure that those are incorporated properly. Why is the lock period set on 4 years automatically? I thought it should be a flexible lock. I mean, you can lock as much or as little as you want. I highly recommend understanding how the locks work though, because there's a reason why almost everybody that locks Topaz locks it for the max of 4 years. You get voting power and earning power based on how long you lock your Topaz. So, like for example, 1,000 Topaz locked for 4 years gets you 1,000 voting power and the full earning power on that Topaz. If you were only to lock for say a year, you'd only have because 1 year is 25% of 4 years, you'd have 25% of the voting power and earning power. So it's really it's almost always makes sense to lock for the max duration. 30% bonus lock ended yesterday. The lock bonus is going fast. Yeah, let's take a look at that. How long will 25% last? Oh, wow, this one's already flying as well. Crazy. So yeah, 9.2 million left on the 25% bonus, and this is tier 6 of 7. So wow, I hadn't looked at this in a couple hours. This is pretty crazy how fast this is going. So we've already 28.3 out of 50 million has been distributed in terms of the total amount that we are bonusing on veTOPAZ lock creation. So wow, this has jumped by a couple million, I think, since I looked last. But yeah, so there's 10 million total available with the 25% bonus. And if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that's going to put us at 37.5 million out of 50 million total distributed. So there's going to be 12.5 million bonus left at the final tier, which I believe is 20%. So there's still quite a bit left. There's still, almost 22 million Topaz bonus able to be claimed and earned. So yeah, 25% bonus, 9.2 million left, and then 20% bonus, 12.5 million there. So excited to see that all get absorbed. I mean, this is moving super fast. Exciting stuff. How do I see my earnings from the lock? Thanks. Yeah, so if you're in the relay, it's all happens automatically. If you are not in the relay, then you need to be voting. You earn rewards once a week, and you need to make sure that you vote before the epoch rolls over. So before Thursday at 0000 UTC. Provided that you voted, your rewards and your earnings will be on the dashboard. So you just scroll down on the dashboard, and at the bottom it shows your voting rewards. Yeah, I was able to pick up 3K bonus topaz yesterday before the 30% ended. Awesome, man. Good stuff. But 30% to 25% still a very strong bonus right now. So if you missed out on the 30%, anyone, don't feel too bad. We still got the 25% bonus going for quite a while, and then 20% bonus coming up after that. Can you mention the 44 comp? Buy $5, entered into draw for 100. Yeah, so I know that there was a competition last X Space. I'm not sure if you're running that again. So last on our BNB season on Tuesdays, Stinger was running a competition for 44, where if you buy $5 worth, you're able to enter into a competition to win $100. So I assume he's going to be running that again on Tuesday coming up. So I believe that's what he wants me to be mentioning here. Okay, I will check that out. I voted before it ended, though. Okay, so if you voted before it ended, then on the dashboard, you'll have voting rewards available there. Accumulation zone will be over quick. Yep, 100%. Announcement Tuesday Spaces. This one is all week. Okay. All right, so I guess there's a competition running all week. Buy $5 worth of 44. You could do that right at burn44.com, or you can do that on the Topaz DEX app, and you can enter to win a chance to win $100 by buying just $5 worth of 44. Courtesy of Stinger. Stinger's doing a great job taking care of that part of the Topaz ecosystem, that showcase project that we revealed to you guys just recently. Buy now. Yep, just buy $5 worth, and we'll see that fee adjust on the Burn 44 site. Let's pull that up for you guys. So we've already had almost 0.5% of the supply burned. So almost 2,000 tokens have been burned. Great job. Thank you. All right, guys, any final questions before I close out? I'm looking forward to getting those interface updates out to you guys. Well, I'm sure we'll have a big announcement for when that update drops, but you can definitely expect that sometime tomorrow. Really on the final stages of testing. There's a ton of work to get all the AI integrated, and have it show positions from both your own wallet and the AI controlled contract associated to your account. So really excited to get that out, and I'm sure that you guys are gonna really be enjoying that. I know every time that I use the AI wallet, or now AI within the interface, it just always amazes me how well it's able to kind of figure out exactly what I'm looking to do, and propose me a transaction that atomically combines anywhere from 3 to 20 or even 30 actions sometimes, and just how well that all works is something that I thoroughly enjoy playing around with. So I think that the AI wallet, while it does work great in its current form, it's kind of hidden away on a different site. So having that right on our main interface is going to get it all the attention that it deserves, and it's going to get a lot more users playing around with Topaz AI. So really looking forward to that, and looking forward to getting the feedback. All right, guys. Looks like that's it for comments. So I'll see all you guys next week. I'm getting settled in here, so it should be on. I should be on our BNB season space on Tuesday, and we'll definitely have our AMA at regular time next week. So everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you guys around the community. See you guys.